I am a choreographer, a maker of dances. It's been my life's work to create dances that speak about the human story. Yeah, I say speak because dance is my language, movement, my words. And it's through movement that I create images, illusions. I communicate feelings, ideas, and yes, I tell stories. I create dances on a myriad of topics, from the intimacy of the duet to global issues. I am fascinated by people. I am fascinated by what makes us unique. And I'm also fascinated by our common humanness in this journey we call life. I make dances that speak about the world as it is. I make dances that speak about the world as it could be. Many times people say to me, how do you move from inspiration to concept to the dance? So I thought today that I would share some of the tools that I use to create. First and foremost, the dancer, the voice of the choreographer. As a company, I train my dancers in 3 ways. First, we train the instrument, the human body. Funny, it's the same instrument we all travel around with each day. Yes, we train for coordination and strength and flexibility and focus, and the ability for the dancers to do the movement words I request. We also train the human being, the thinking, breathing, creative artist who plays that instrument, who infuses the movement with intention, expression, nuance. We also train our relationship to one another, building a sense of ensemble and community. If the dancer is the voice, the choreographer has creative tools. They are the 3 elements of dance: space, time, and dynamics. Because dancers move in and through space in a particular amount of time and a particular amount and kind of energy. Space. The body is a shape in space, and it creates shapes in space. We can travel, choose to travel in different directions, levels, range, groupings, patterns, pathways, even moving in different parts of the space. Time. We create imaginary time. A minute is always 60 seconds, but it is what happens in those 60 seconds that creates the experience for you, the audience, and for us on the stage. Is the movement slow, drawn out, creating an elongated sense of time? Is it quick, sharp, perky, creating a more frenetic sense of time? We can vary other aspects of time. We can do pulse and meter. We can shape duration. We can shape a tap, all in the effort to change your temporal experience. Dynamics. I call this the how of movement. It's how much energy and what kind of energy the movement is performed with. As you watch these solos, you will see the dancers move through a range of dynamic, from smooth, sustained movement to sharp, percussive movement, to suspended movement, to vibratory movement, swinging movement, and stillness. These are the tools that we create with. These are the tools that we use to shape the movement and ultimately to create the dance. Art is personal. I create from the inside out. Each of us is the product of our experiences, our histories, our legacies. Every time you see the work of a choreographer, you learn something about them, their lives, their influences, the lens through which they see the world. We all have building blocks. We all have building blocks that have shaped us and made us who we are today. For me, the single most defining element of who I am as an artist, as a woman, a mother, a wife, a daughter, a friend, a member of the human race, is being a child of survivors of the Holocaust. It has shaped every facet of who I am. My sense of justice, equality, humanism, It's made the human condition paramount in my work. My family shared their stories. They tried to reconcile their horrific past and their loss with coming to America and building new lives. I have made several works that have honored my Eastern European Jewish roots. I've made work that chronicled the joy, the pain, yes, the pain, and all the family and tradition. I honored my father's legacy in creating a solo. It's aptly called My Father's Solo. It is a work that exemplifies a larger-than-life image of a man, the survivor, one who has the ability to fall, endure, and rise again. When people watch the solo, I often ask them, what did you learn about my father? And they say to me, his sense of perseverance, his sense of generosity, dignity, and hope. You will see the weight in the movement as he rises and falls again. You will see the small gestures of the hands as he gives what he can to the world. And you will see the moving, Chagallyan-like quality of flight. Both my artistic and life philosophies are inextricably linked. I believe fundamentally at our best we are unique and extraordinary individuals who exist in relationship to others. Collaboration, connection. Nowhere in my work is it more visible than in the piece echad, which is the Hebrew word for one. For me, the oneness and uniqueness of the individual, the oneness and the uniqueness of the community. And in this work, it is the delicate balance between the two that makes it possible that actually makes it not dangerous. So it is this idea of community that starts in a much smaller way. The relationship between two, which in the dance is the duet. So what does it take to be in a relationship with two? What does it take to do a duet? Trust, respect, sense of give and take, each bringing their strengths and commitment to the relationship, a keen 360 awareness of each other and their sense of space and the world around them, and a very strong sense of self and a sense of other. Under My Skin, a duet that speaks about the journey of new relationship. In it, I use props as metaphor, symbols, and in this case, a deep sense of self and our history. I love props. For those of you that may know my work, I use them all the time, from benches to hula hoops to wheels and jackets. I'm interested in how they are a beautiful extension of the dancers' bodies and how they become incredible and sometimes challenging partners. But in the end, as in all dance, they allow us to see the ordinary become extraordinary. Ladies and gentlemen, I am a choreographer, a maker of dances. Dance is my language, movement my words, the human story my subject. Thank you.